Welcome to our continuing series, Questions and Answers, from the works of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother. Today, Healing, Part 1. There are many statements on allopathy and homeopathy, clearly stated by Sri Aurobindo and Mother. From Sri Aurobindo. It is a pity that X could not write at this time. Formerly, when she wrote often, she used to get better after writing. It is also a pity that she has been told by the doctors that she is not going to live. Even if it is true, such a thing should not be told, unless in case of necessity, which does not exist in her case, for it takes away much of the power of resistance and diminishes what chances of cure and survival there were. X's physical destiny has always been against her, but this is a thing that can be cancelled if one can have sufficient faith and inner strength and openness, and receive the spiritual force. Question to Sri Aurobindo. Is there not some occult healing power in homeopathic medicine which effects miraculous cures, or is it the doctor who has it? Sri Aurobindo. I suppose it is as much the man and the force working through him as the medicine that makes the difference. I doubt if the medicine by itself could do so much. The Mother and I have no preference for allopathy. The Mother thinks doctors very usually make things worse instead of better, spoiling nature's resistance to illness by excessive and ill-directed use of their medicines. We have been able to work through X's homeopathy far better than through anything else, though it is likely that the force working through homeopaths who were not conscious instruments might not have succeeded better than with the allopaths. I must say that X's theories about disease are absurd, however successful he may be as a homeopath physician. You may say what you like about the homeopathic theories, but I have seen X work them out detail by detail in cases where he had free and unhampered action and the confidence of the patients and their strict obedience, and have seen the results correspond to his statements and his predictions based on them, fulfilled not only to the very letter, but according to the exact times fixed, not according to X's reports, but according to the daily, long, detailed, and precise reports of the allopathic doctor in attendance. After that, I refuse to believe, even if all the allopaths in the world shouted in unison, that homeopathic theory or X's interpretation and application of it are mere rubbish and nonsense. As to mistakes, all doctors make mistakes, and very bad ones, and kill as well as cure. My grandfather and one of my cousins were patently killed by one of the biggest doctors in Bengal. One theory is as good as another, and as bad, according to the application made of it in any particular case. But it is something else behind that decides the issue. To bring out the latent illness and counteract it is a recognized principle in homeopathy and is a principle in nature itself. Disciple asks Sri Aurobindo, I had a heated but pleasant discussion with X about the action of the healing force. He argued, now that the healing force has arrived here, it is likely to operate in other parts of the world, and any Tom, Dick, and Harry can wield it, even if not spiritually developed. Sri Aurobindo replies, it may operate, but not through every T, D, and H, at first at least. And then the disciple again writes to him, I contend that the healing force will act only if a man is open to the mother in some way, through devotion, faith, or some kind of rapport. I also said that most probably the healing force can act only if the healer is directly in physical contact with her. Certain conditions are necessary for cure. What do you say? Sri Aurobindo, at first it will be no doubt like that, if it is to be the true force. But once it is settled in the earth, consciousness, a more general use of supraphysical force for healing, may become possible.